Are you upset because you don't have a date for Valentine's Day? That's okay! Don't feel bad, because there's a pretty high chance that whoever you could have been with on this capitalist celebration of love is just bound to be a character in the parables of terrible man stories. Oh yeah.
Hi. So last week, all I did was suffer. So this week, all I want to do is just laugh and make fun of stupid people. So I posted on my YouTube community page for you guys to send me a bunch of terrible man stories that you have. And I'm so excited to read them because they seem extremely interesting. You know what isn't interesting though? The PDFs that you get from online school. That is why this video is sponsored by PDFelement. Oh my god, I'm so good at segues. PDFelement offers the easiest way to create, edit, convert, annotate, sign PDF documents on Windows and Mac. PDFelement is the best Acrobat alternative and a simple PDF editor to maximize your document productivity. I was always the type of person who liked to write things down and like to make messy highlights and underlines and all that stupid stuff. And I cannot do that because one, I always fall asleep in every single online class I'm in. I'm so sorry there's a teacher watching this, but like I try my best not to fall asleep, but it just happens. 5 minutes in, I'm like, anyway. So in turn, I am forced to rely on all of the PDFs and the files that my teachers give me. And PDFelement is so amazing because you can literally make your papers messy and put a bunch of notes however you want using your laptop. Don't need to print anything. Obviously, I don't want to print things because we're trying to save the environment here. And PDFelement is very good at giving you that traditional taking down notes experience. So when you use PDFelement, you can actually start typing like within the text. You can add shapes, you can highlight, you can even add like little notepads. You can download PDFelement on the Mac App Store, on Official, and on the App Store. And you can get a 50% discount if you click the link below. That is literally 50%. That is a lot. Thank you so much PDFelement for sponsoring this video. Okay, back to the main video. Essentially, this is kind of a girl talk, but it's not really like a menstrual cycle and makeup girl talk. It's more of like, let's shit on men girl talk. Okay, this one has 83 likes, so maybe it's a good one. I was in first year college when I met this boy. Then we had a thing, I guess, because we're always together. Org mates. Then we had this nasty breakup. Why the air quotes on breakup? Because apparently he has a girlfriend that time, but didn't bother to tell me until I started to really fall for him. He also called me a slut in front of other people because of the clothes I wear. Ew! Oh my god. We weren't together anymore this time, but still. So being the petty person that I am, I kicked him out of my org because I was the president and he wasn't really doing shit for our org. Good job. I wish I had alcohol right now so I could toast you. It all started when I was in my first year of high school. There was this cute guy and I really liked him. We ended up being seatmates. And he would body shame me every day and also tell me that I'm so black even though I'm just morena and tan. I wish I could put that sentence back in my mouth. He would also tell me that I need to eat steak every day because my blouse was too big for me. Okay. What? Maybe you should spend like 24 more hours in school because you're stupid. Anyways, he kept body shaming me any moment he could and told me that if ever he saw me in shorts, I'd look so weird because I'm so skinny. What the hell? Can we have a name? Can I have an address? Actually, can I have his bank account info? Even when I wore a dress and I felt so pretty for my role play, he told me I'm too skinny and that's why I looked ugly in the dress. Sorry, I live in an island. Imagine your mom like feeding you nutrients in the womb for 9 months, carrying you out of there, going through like 5 hours of labor, and you raise this piece of shit. I never thought that this was a red flag, that I should stop liking him because when you're in love, all red flag can't be seen because you're wearing pink tinted glasses, sadly. Wait, what? You liked him? Girl. A year later, he finally likes me back. The relationship was really fun. We texted every day during quarantine. Oh my god, this was recent. It's a recent thing. I thought this was like a 3rd grade thing. But then one day I told him about my dream to get a scholarship and he had the audacity to tell me that I couldn't do it. I hope you received those punches. Because of that, I ignored him for a few days. Then he apologized by making me an animation and a few months passed. Wow, okay. The animation industry rejects you. And at least around August 2020, I dumped him. I can't believe I was MU with such a loser. Lesson learned, don't like boys who body shame you, say you're too dark, and gaslights you. Also, I love you, Angel. Drink water when you see this. Water's downstairs, so I'm not gonna drink it, but thank you, I love you too. Did you guys get angry? Because I got freaking angry. My dad is, I guess you can say, a traditional man. He's homophobic, thinks that the male gender is superior gender, etc. So there was this one time he was talking shit about the LGBTQ plus community, and it really pissed me off, same. But I couldn't really say anything because anak lang ako, I'm just a daughter. Or because I'm a girl. Oh wait, there's like 2 replies, hold on. This is so true, your family can be homophobic even if you're part of the gays yourself. It hurts because you feel so voiceless and powerless because you're just a child and you can't say anything towards old people. I feel like that is like a very common thing, especially in the Philippines, or especially if you're in an Asian household. I mean, at least for us, because like this country is a very Catholic country and the church is all against homophobia. You're gonna burn in hell if you kiss a girl or you kiss a boy, and I'm like, ugh. I just don't even bother anymore. Like, I feel like if you just pay attention to that hate, it just gives them more power. And if they're not like willing to learn, like, why am I gonna stress myself with that? Because I swear I've been in a place where you try to encourage like not being rude towards a specific community, and I know that a lot of people would be like, but I want to educate my family. But you know what, screw that, bro. Screw it. First boyfriend ever was talking to another girl behind my back, and I even saw the messages. He never knew. Wait, he still doesn't know? Because if that was me, I would be out the door and I'd be like, I know what you did and I'm gonna go. Or maybe I wouldn't even like tell them. I would just be like, bye. Fast forward to 5 to 6 years later, he's with a different girl. I heard from one of his family members that he cheated on her twice. I'm sorry for laughing, but I'm sorry if that's really bad that I'm laughing at that, but it's kind of funny. I like playing Mobile Legends. There was this one time I picked a hero that apparently they didn't like. Then they said, babae siguro to, bobo ang. They said, this player is probably a girl, so she's stupid. Ooh, only men are good at games, huh? When the game ended, I was the MVP and they got the lowest standing. Hell yeah, bro. You know what I do in ML? Like, I love fighting with people in ML. Like, I don't even play ML anymore, but I just remember enjoying and hollering at trash talking people then. But I wouldn't start trash talking. Like, the moment they start trash talking, I'm gonna like trash talk them back. It's so fun. Like, I don't even care if I lose a game. As long as I get my message out there and trash talk them, I'm good. I'm good, bro. OMG, I've been waiting for this, so let's start. Oh, I'm ready, girl. I'm ready. Back in grade 9, I had my period during break time at school. Then after my friend was with me, noticed period stains, like big ones. I had period blood in my panties and shorts, a thin one. So I was so embarrassed to sit with my classmates because I know that I would stink. So what I did was stand in the back and just wait for my friend who wrote a letter to my teacher about me going home. Seconds later, my boy classmates arrived and noticed I was too uneasy to move around, and then this one freaking guy, let's name him Ken. You, Ken. Noticed the blood stain because I turned around a little bit because my other guy classmates are so pushy to making me move. And all of a sudden he shouted, like shouted, I smelled like raw fish. And started mocking me in front of everybody else. Oh no. I hate this. I hate this. Like, I feel so bad right now. This is so horrible. That's when my friend came and said the teacher approved my letter and I can go home. I went home crying while changing because everybody heard that, including the seniors. And I was so embarrassed to face anyone, but I have to go back to school because we had a quiz. And when I went back to school, these guys and my friends literally made fun of me and mocked me, calling me amoy palengke. Smells like a wet market. It smells like a wet market. I remember crying every time I went home because I'm so embarrassed and pissed off at the guys. Like, I want to punch them. Half of my grade 9 years weren't so fun because they kept on mocking me. F you, Ken and company. F you, Ken. If you made it this far to this video, can you please go comment you, Ken? I don't know if a teacher witnessed this, but if a teacher witnessed this and didn't do anything, like, I hate you so much. Like, if I was a teacher, I would like make an entire tangent about how extremely disrespectful that was. It's gonna be like the sermon of their lives, bro. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. Don't worry. I honestly hope that his name is Ken, and I hope he's watching this video so I can literally say you, Ken. Context: I was already 5'2" when I was only 11, so I often got mistaken for a high school student or a college freshie. Back then, cell phones weren't considered a necessity, especially for a 6th grader, but I often borrowed my mom's flip phone. I was hanging out with a neighbor friend by the river when 2 dudes, probably no less than 5 years older than me, went up to us. So that day, I had the flip phone with me, and one of the guys was pretty much shoving his phone in my face, asking me to type my number in. Like, rude much. He was from our town, but we've never talked before. So I just kept on ignoring him, even if he kept pushing his phone in my face. face. Few minutes of him realized that I will not be acknowledging his presence, he finally gave up. But not without mumbling out, "Ang suplada naman pala." Like, the hell? F you, dude. F you for not even bothering to introduce yourself first. Like, f you for not even checking to know my age. I wasn't even in my teens yet. Dude, I hate it when guys do this. Like, they would literally be like, "What's your phone number? What's your phone number?" And I'm like, shut the f up. I would be like, I don't have a phone number. They're like, "What do you mean you don't have a phone number?" Like, I don't have a phone. I don't own a phone. Like, take a freaking hint, man. Take a freaking hint. Like, I don't like it. I feel scared. I feel uncomfortable. Just accept that not everybody wants your whatever it is you're trying to offer me. Like, I don't want to give it to you. Like, we were in a long distance relationship. Ooh. And we were both busy with our lives. So since I was boo-boo the fool and didn't think much of the late replies, it was until I found out that he was cheating on me because I stalked his socials. And I stalked the other girl's socials too in order to confirm my suspicions. I tried to confront him, but when I showed him the receipts, he blocked me, which already answers my questions. So like the mature person I am, I decided to talk to the other girl and we both found out that we were both being cheated on with each other. This makes me so happy. See, I love that trope. When two girls get cheated on, then they like be like, "Oh, I hate you." Like a John Tucker must die type of character trope. See, like, don't be like pissed at girls for having trust issues, because like people like these, that's what causes like people's trust issues. He told me that it's okay that you have a small chest because I like traps anyway. What? What does that mean? Which is not only super derogatory to trans women, but also super fetishy. Oh, I get it! I understand what he meant by traps now. Oh, that is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. He would obsess over my small chest. Lied to me saying he hooked up with the only trans girl in our class since I was on vacation in the Philippines. She didn't even like him, so I don't know why he lied. And when he first met me, he asked me my ethnicity, so I told him Filipino, so he told me he watched Filipino porn. Very gross overall, but he was a scrawny white boy and I was never in a relationship before. Plus my parents heavily shielded me from what a healthy relationship was, so I didn't understand what was weird and what wasn't. We broke up and remained friends, but he ended up crying when I left him because he hooked up with this younger chick, specifically because he was turning 18 soon. Jail! It's jail time! It's jail time! 1, he's really disgusting towards trans women. 2, he also fetishizes Filipinos. Like, pick a struggle. Like, what kind of disgusting are you? Are you just all kinds of disgusting? I wish I knew this person's name. Like, why are you lying about— Stop lying about who you hook up with. Like, it doesn't make you cool. Like, nobody cares who you hook up with. I was on a date once with my ex and we were pretty new at the time. He placed his hands on my thigh and said, "Oh, we forgot to shave today, didn't we?" What's his username? Let's cyberbully the shit out of this guy. The shame I was made to feel, like having body hair going out of me, made me less attractive to my other half. I hope you left him. I hope that you left him the moment that he said that. Okay, sorry, I needed to get some water because my throat is getting so dry from reading all of these. Look for one last one and hopefully it's not something that's super deep. We're trying to end like on a light note. I was chased through a parking lot at night. And hopefully it's not something that's super deep. On my college campus by like 4 dudes. When I tell my guy friends about this, they usually respond with something like, they probably did it because thought it was funny. I know the guys I tell aren't trying to be assholes, but when a girl tells you about a scary experience, the first thing you do shouldn't be excusing other men's shitty behavior. This is why I have more female friends now too. Why would you scare somebody? Why would you like cause somebody like— you're terrorizing women. Like, you're literally terrorizing, like, even if you don't plan to do anything, when you try to like scare women and make them feel like they're in danger and like and contributing to that culture of like rape and how women should be fearing men and women should always be like on constant vigilance and anxiety, even if it's just a joke, like it's like even if you don't do anything, the terror or the fear that you cause is traumatizing and it's absolutely terrifying, because we were taught, like even when we were like freaking 8 years old, that we will always be in danger. Every single little girl has been taught that you will always be in danger, you always need to be careful, and it sucks to have that embedded in your brain as a kid, because it sucks to live a life where you know you are never safe. It's a terrible life to live as a girl. There are so much stories and I wish I could read all of them, and I might on my podcast.
The Wonderful Beautiful Podcast.
On YouTube, it is called The Wonderful Beautiful Podcast. Also available on Spotify. I already filmed the first episode, and the first episode is just a little Q&A. Go subscribe to The Wonderful Beautiful Podcast, and please subscribe to my channel. Especially, thank you so much to everybody who shared their stories. I hope that even though I didn't get to read your stories, you still feel better when you make your stories concrete and you write it down, express yourself. I hope that it helped you some way, even though I didn't get to read it. I did try to avoid some sexual harassment stories to just make sure that I don't trigger anyone, and also as a reminder that it doesn't need to be sexual harassment for it to be
garbage behavior.
Subscribe to my channel. If you don't, you're probably misogynistic. Thank you. Bye. I don't know how to do outros. Ouch.